What's going on, guys? Shadow Raj here. Welcome back to the channel. We've made it to New Jersey. We're on our way to the park. So we got a little bit of walking to do, but should be in there shortly. So with that being said, let's get into it. What's going on? We are in the park. We got our merch picked up, and we've got page 1 of the Full Steam Ahead Jersey City, and it's already been done for us since we had the gacha going and it completed everything, so I didn't get to take a look at what those were, but we can go ahead and pick up these items, and then we will get a star piece, we'll get a lucky egg, and then we'll get an encounter, and that is a yellow Pikachu. We still need to get this shiny, so that's going to be one of our goals. But today I think we'll do a whole lot of raiding. It's going to be really easy to raid in the park, and then when we move to the city, hopefully we'll have the 2 background shiny legendaries. But yeah, this Pikachu's caught, and we'll take a look. Yeah, not too good. So then let's go ahead and see what page 2 brings. So now we need to spin 3 Pokestops or gems in the Mechanical Marvels habitat, catch 3 steel type Pokemon, and in the Mechanical Marvels habitat, take a snapshot of a Heatmore you caught. So that's pretty easy. All right, we quickly got page 2 done, so let's get these 10 Pokeballs, and then we've got some encounters. The first one is a Heatmore not shiny and a 9.95. All right, we've got this Heatmore caught, and we'll go ahead and take a look. Yeah, not the best. And then for our next encounter, we will get a Spinda. Unfortunately, not green, but you know, we'll take it. All right, and for the final of page 2, we get 2,025 XP and 24 Heatmore candies, and probably an encounter with a, nope, it wasn't a Heatmore, it was a Bombardier. So they fooled me on that one. We'll take a quick look, even though we already have this Hundo, we did not get a second one. So, and now for page 3, we need to spin 3 Pokestops in the Carnival Grounds. We need to catch 3 Psychic type Pokemon, and in Carnival Grounds habitat, take a snap of a Citadel you caught. So pretty simple. Let's go back and do that. Have our page 2 complete. So let's go ahead and get these 10 Pokeballs and then see what our encounters are going to be. The first one is a Citadel. We completed that set yesterday, which is pretty freaking awesome. And I really like that shiny, and I really like the Titan shiny as well. We've got the Citadel caught. Let's go ahead and take a look for fun. Yeah, it's decent. We'll take it. And then for the next encounter, we are going to get another Spinda, and this one is not green either, and a 502. All right, how about this one? Are you going to be a Hundo? Definitely not. And let's go ahead and complete page 2. We will get 25 Citadel candy, we will get 25 XP, and we will get an encounter with another Turtonator. Still not a shiny, but we did get one yesterday, so that's pretty awesome. All right, Turtonator has been caught, and not the best, but we'll take it. For page 3, we need to spin 3 Pokestops and gems in the Noble Fields habitat. We need to catch 3 normal type Pokemon, and in the Noble Fields habitat, take a snapshot of a Skiddo you caught. So pretty simple. And we now have page 4 complete, so let's get these 10 Pokeballs and see what our encounters are going to be. The first one is a Skiddo and a 507. And let's see if it's any good. No, not really. But let's move on to the next one. This encounter is going to be a Spinda that is not green and a 513. We've got that Spinda caught, and it's pretty decent. We'll take it. So you want better than a 513 on that. And for the final rewards, we are going to get 25 Skiddo candy, whatever. And then another 2025 XP. So let's see, this encounter is a Druddigon and 1141. We've got this caught, and it wasn't shiny, but we got the shiny yesterday. Let's go ahead and check this. And yeah, not the great. Up next, we will have the Sunken Treasure. We need to spin 3 Pokestops or gems in the Sunken Treasure habitat, catch 3 water type Pokemon, and in the Sunken Treasure habitat, take a snapshot of a Finian you caught. So that'll be pretty easy. The rest of them have been pretty easy, but we'll also collect this Dazzling Aria research later, but for now we'll hold on to it. All right, we are here with page 5, so let's get these 10 Pokeballs and then our encounters. The first one is a Finian. Unfortunately, that one's not orange. We still need 2 of those. Haven't got any of those yet, but you know, we still got plenty of event left, so that's no issue. And we'll go ahead and take a look. Is it any good? It's okay. And then we have a Spinda, which is a 502 and not a green one, unfortunately. Right, we got a caught. We'll take a look. Yeah, not the best, but we still have one more encounter for this page, so let's go ahead and get our Finian candy and 25 XP once again, and then we'll get an encounter with a Rockruff. Unfortunately, was not a blue one. That'd have been really nice. We've got this caught. It is not the dust form, but is it any good? Yeah, it's all right. We'll take it. For page 6, we need to take 3 snapshots of your water type Pokemon, power up water type Pokemon 10 times, and evolve a water type Pokemon. So a lot of simple stuff. So it's real nice to breeze right through these And now, before we head off to finish page 6, we've got some eggs here, so let's see what we can get. First one is a Hawklucha. Remember, we want a 1377 for the hundo on that one. Egg number 2 is a Rockruff. That's really what we want, but we want a blue one, and we want the dust form. Egg number 3 is a Druddigon. How about number 4 is a Turtonator. Number 5 is going to be another Turtonator. Egg number 6 wants to be another Rockruff, but not blue. Number 7, are you lucky? It's a Hawklucha, maybe a hundo. And the last one, number 8, is a Bombardier. So not anything we were looking for in there, but let's go ahead and check. The 47 is not the hundo. And yep, no hundos in there, so let's go get more eggs and finish this research. I know I already said this, but we are just flying through this research. Didn't even have to move to get this done, so let's go ahead and get the Stardust, these candies, and we'll get an encounter. And this one is going to, after we get these stickers and this lure, let's see what this encounter is going to be. A Slugma and a 370, but it's not gray, so it's not great. We've got it caught, and it's all right. And for the next page, we need to do the same thing, except for we need to do it with fire Pokemon. So take 3 snapshots of your fire type Pokemon, power up a fire type Pokemon 10 times, and evolve a fire type. We'll be right back with that done. All right, we've got that done. So let's go ahead and collect more Stardust and more candies, more stickers, and this time it's going to be 2 Poffins instead of an encounter, and then a lure module. So that was pretty simple. Now we need to earn 6 hearts with our buddy, hatch an egg, and evolve 6 Pokemon. So pretty simple stuff again. But before we move on, check this out. We got this Hawklucha and we got the freaking hundo, so that's pretty awesome. We'll definitely take that. Now let's go finish that research. Well, the gotcha's got a few shinies, but I figured I'd catch this one in front of you guys, a shiny Corphish. And it's really hard to see my screen right now, so I'm gonna find some shade for a little bit while we work on this research and do some raids. And there we go, caught that. Now let's go ahead and check and see how good it is. Could be something pretty amazing. And survey says, yeah, right, but we'll take it. All right, well, that first clip didn't record, but we do have a shiny Zacian here, and it is a 2171, I believe. So it's gonna be a decent one, but will it have the background? And it does. Let's freaking go. And it was a 2172. So that's gonna be a pretty decent one in 96. We will definitely take that. That is awesome. Unfortunately, the phone is getting a little warm and it didn't want to record that first part, so that's the way that turned out, but I'm happy to get that. And we are back with another shiny. This time it's a shiny Ferroseed, so not the most exciting, but still a pretty good shiny. I like the blue on it. All right, we've got it caught, and is it any good? Nope, it is almost another Snundo. That'd been really exciting. And we have page 8 here complete, so let's go ahead and get this encounter, which is a Hawklucha, but we already got the hundo for that, so that's pretty freaking exciting. And I can't really see my screen all that well, so I don't know if that was a good throw or not. I won't know till we watch it back later. But it's been caught, and is it anything good? Not really, but like I said, we already got the hundo for that. Let's go ahead and see what our next encounter is going to be. A Phalanx, not shiny, and a 990. All right, it's been caught, and let's go ahead and look. Nope, not a hundo. All right, let's collect these berries, then we'll get a t-shirt and some candy. I didn't really see what the candy was for, a Volcanion candy. And let's go ahead and get our encounter started. So this is pretty freaking awesome. The Snorlax there. This is a pretty good one so far. These scenes are always pretty interesting, and there it is, Volcanion. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Let's do our 3 throws and see if we can get it. And this is our 3rd throw, and I know I said if we can catch it, we're obviously gonna catch it, but we can see if it's any good. And there it is being registered to the dex. That's pretty freaking awesome. Pretty interesting looking Pokemon. And survey says, not the worst, but not the best either. We'll definitely take it. And then for page 9, we need to catch a Pokemon on 7 different days, earn 2 candies exploring with Volcanion as your buddy, and send a gift to a friend. So that's gonna be another time lock deal, but that's pretty awesome. And like I said, later, we'll catch our shiny Meloetta. And as I look at this after making Volcanion our buddy, I know I'll say in Volcanion or something along that lines, but that's what I saw on my phone. I really couldn't see my phone at all. I do play the main series games, but I don't play them that hard, so I'm not super familiar with this Pokemon, but you know, I was just being a goober. We are back, and this time we have a shiny Beldum. That's pretty awesome. That's one we needed. This will be the last one to complete the set, so let's catch it and check it out. All right, let's see. Are you gonna be anything good? No, but it complete the set for us, so we'll take it. we now have another shiny that we were looking for, and it's a Teddy Ursa, so that's pretty awesome. One step closer to completing that set. I think we only have one of these, so we need another one. We've got a caught in, let's see, is it a Hundo? Not even close, but we'll take it. And we are back with another shiny, nothing super special, but a shiny Solosis is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and catch it and see if it's a Hundo. That'd be pretty awesome, or a Snundo. That'd be pretty awesome. We almost got one of those earlier, so that was on my mind. And we've got that caught. Now let's go ahead and check it real quick. Nothing super great. And we've got yet another shiny, and this time it is a Slugma, so that's pretty fun. We didn't need any of these, but we'll definitely take any shiny that we can get. You never know what the stats are gonna be on it. All right, so this one's been caught, and it is nothing super great. We are back and we've got a shiny Zamazenta, so this could finish the backgrounds for us. We got the Zacian earlier. Hopefully this one will have the background, so let's catch it and find out. It has been caught, and will you finally have the background? Let's freaking go. We are done with the background. We've got about an hour left in the park, so let's go finish hunting some Frigibacks and Rockruff. Well, I don't know what happened, but the camera cut out, and let's go ahead and check this, and pretty good. We'll take it. That's awesome. And we've got another shiny Zacian, so that's pretty awesome. Our shiny luck with the legendaries has turned around quite significantly. But could this one also have a background? Nope, couldn't go back to back, but you know, that's awesome. We are in Central Park, and check this out. We have got a shiny Frigibacks. That's pretty freaking awesome, and it's XXL, so let's catch it and see how good it is. All right, we've got this Frigibacks caught. It's a new record. And let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll definitely take that. And we've got another shiny, and this one will complete the set for us. It's a shiny Woohoo. That's pretty fun, I guess. Not the best, but let's catch it and check it out. All right, we've got this caught, and let's see, is it any good? Well, it's decent enough, we'll take it. And check it out, we've got one of the rarest shinies in the game, a shiny Clink. Just kidding, it's a boosted, it's a 1 in 64, but you know, it's fun. Maybe it'll be a Hundo. We do have a 98 shiny, but let's see if we can go ahead and get that Hundo. That'd be pretty sweet. And survey says, are you? Not even close, but we'll take it. And we've got another shiny. It is another shiny Clink, so that's pretty freaking awesome. We also just got a Heracross and some other stuff. I'll show you all those. But it is starting to thunder, so I'm gonna start making my way back to the hotel. Hopefully we can beat the rain, and hopefully we can stop somewhere like a Target or something and grab an umbrella, because it's supposed to rain the next 2 days, so that's unfortunate. But let's take a look. Not very good, but we'll take it. All right guys, we made it back to the hotel, and it started pouring, and it was unfortunate. And I stopped and picked up an umbrella, but by the time I did that, I came out of the store and it didn't rain the rest of the walk home. But we'll have it for the next couple days just in case. So I was gonna stop and get one anyway, just didn't expect to get rained on today. But if we take a look at this, we got 47 shinies today. So that's, I think, 7 more than yesterday. We got 3 Pikachus. We did get a yellow Pikachu, but we got 2 red ones, so all we need is that blue, and we've got all the costume Pokemon, which is pretty freaking cool. And we got a Jigglypuff, we got 3 Meowths, we got a Galarian Farfetch'd, a Lickitung, we got Unknowns L and S, we got a Heracross, a Teddy Ursa, Slugma, 2 Corphish, 4 Beldum, and one of them was a decent one. And there it is, a 91, so that's pretty cool. And what else did we get? We got a Timber, we got a Red Stripe Basculin, Scraggy, Solosis, we got 3 Solosis, a Vanillite. One of these Frillish had pretty good, yeah, I mean that was almost a Hundo. That would have been really crazy, but that's a 93 right there. And what else we get? We got a Ferroseed, we got 2 Clink, a Pawniard, a Skrelp, 4 Claunchers, a Turtonator, a Jangmo-O, a Wooloo. And the Jangmo-O, I mean, that's cool and everything, but we're about to have the community day for it, so here pretty soon it's gonna be a lot less cool. Then we got 3 Zacians, 1 Zamazenta. That one had the background, so that was pretty freaking awesome. And that's a 96, so amazing. And then the Zamazenta, not as good, but still got the background. So we've got 2 days, and we might be able to get some more, but there's other wild stuff that we need to focus on. And then we got the Satotl, which I think was pretty decent. Yeah, it was a 3-star, so we'll take that. And then we had the 89 XXL Frigibax, so we are 1 away from the Frigibax. That's gonna be at the top of our list. That and a Dusk Form Rockruff. Hopefully we can get both of those tomorrow, and if not, hopefully we can get both of them Sunday. So that'd be pretty freaking awesome to finish all that stuff up. But then there's other still wild stuff, like I know we need 2 Finians and a few other things, so we'll have to see what tomorrow brings. So on the way from Central Park to the hotel, I was gonna stop by Bryant Park, and we were gonna film getting the Masterwork, a Dazzling Aria done, but you know, that rain kind of put a damper on that, no pun intended. But we can go ahead and collect this, and then we will be able to get our shiny Meloetta finally. Go ahead and clear this research off, so that's pretty exciting. So this will be our 2nd mythical we've got to claim today, and it's pretty exciting. Now we just gotta wait for her to finish singing her little song. I guess I could have turned the volume on, but you know, not really that into it, so it's all good. And this is our 3rd throw, which means we'll catch it on this one, and there it is. Hopefully it's pretty good. That'd be pretty awesome. What does it look like after we register it to the Dex, of course? Sometimes I forget about the Dex registry. And a 1662, I think that is 40 off the Hundo. I think 1702 is the Hundo, so let's go ahead and, you know, terrible, but what can you do? It's all good. We got to claim 2 mythicals today, which is pretty exciting. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. And also comment down below, let me know which Pokemon you're most excited for. Are you excited for, you know, the new shinies, or is there one that you're really after? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more of this content, you can check it out right here, and you can also subscribe on the other side. That'd be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.